Going on, guys? Welcome back to the Leave It to the Judges MMA show. I'm with the boys Nick and Xavier. How you guys doing? It is UFC 321 fight week. We're gonna break it down. Aspinall versus Gon. There's a bunch of stuff to talk about. Let's leave the John Jones stuff for later. Let's talk about the X's and O's first. Tom Aspinall. I think his average fight time I saw on UFC's website is like 2 minutes and like 10 seconds or something like that. Gon's been very up and down, but he's very impressive. I say he earned this title shot. He is one of the more impressive guys in the heavyweight division. How do you guys see this fight going on Saturday
If we're real, he
in Saudi
lost.
Arabia?
If we're real, he lost to Volkov. But like at the end of the day, fuck Volkov. I am one of the, we all like know how that fight would go. I'm all for a fresh matchup. Um, the UFC seems very keen on keeping Cyril Gane in the title picture. I think that they just know like what that would do in the French market, really. So like I feel like he might be one of those guys that's like because of his style is like it's also like fan pleasing. He'll always be like two fights away from a title shot, and I think that he is like skilled enough to beat like most heavyweights and kind of remain in that like gatekeeper type position. Um,
Definitely.
but yeah, I don't know how he's gonna pull this off, but it'll be a minor miracle if he did, for sure. Because Aspinall, I think he has touch of death in his hands, and I feel like Gon is for all of his skills, he is more of a volume striker, and I don't know if he can do enough to keep Aspinall off of him enough. You know what I mean? Like keep him at bay enough. He has to like really earn Aspinall's respect and kind of stay at more so kicking range while also avoiding the takedown. Just like a lot that has to go right for him to win, I feel like.
I agree. I'm a big Gon guy, so it's tough to admit, but I think Aspinall probably wins this fight either on the feet or just through wrestling. If Aspinall's smart, I think he just wrestles early, like try to get in pressure, throw in some feints, and then go for the takedown. I think that should be his path to victory, but I think on the feet, Gon has a chance. He is quick. He is elusive. Very good karate kickboxing style. Uh, he's got to be throwing the kicks a lot here to keep Aspinall bay, which is the big problem in this fight because I feel like Aspinall is like also very quick. So he's probably like just as quick as Gon. So I agree with you, Eggs. I don't know if Gon has enough to like keep Aspinall off him whatsoever. But I do think if this fight is mainly on the feet, and if like Gon's like doing his thing, moving around, I do think Gon has a chance. But I think the first round will show a lot. Let's be for real, because it might not even last out of that. So I feel like the first round will show us a lot of how the fight's gonna go. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah,
I think Tom wins that. I'm gonna
I
go.
think Tom could. I'll go. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna go by sub. I think he's gonna be smart. Just take him down right away. I could be
Yeah,
wrong.
I agree with you. No, I agree with you. I think he could knock Gon out for sure, but like the easiest path to victory for him will be through the takedown, kind of like how John Jones did. He kind of just overpowered him and got the sub up against the cage. I think Tom could do something very similar. Even Volkov gave him some issues on the ground, but for Gon, it's hard to say, but like I'd like to see him try to finish Tom early. As crazy as that sounds, you know Tom is going to blitz you, and Gon is a sniper, and he's a heavyweight. At the end of the day, this is heavyweight. He could chin someone. He could chin Tom. We've seen him be very aggressive in the past. It's just kind of when he gets resistance from his opponents, he kind of he doesn't deal with it too well. But if he could deal with Tom before he blitzes him, who knows, man? He could knock Tom out. It's heavyweight. But I got Tom. I got Tom by sub also in the first.
And by
Uh,
resistance, Ed, are you just talking about wrestling? Like, what resistance? Like, what resistance from you mean he just hasn't done well in the wrestling, Ed?
I
Because
mean, yeah, he is.
have we seen on the V? Like, he whooped Ngannou's ass. Ngannou had to scare take him down to win that fight. He's beating everybody on the V damn near.
Well, it's the wrestling then. He has no resistance to the wrestling.
Thank you, thank you. I need that. I need that clarified, Ed.
But that's just a huge part in all of these good opponents that he's fighting. At heavyweight, there's few like well-rounded opponents, but like Tom and John, you got to be able to wrestle, man. You have to.
No, I agree. I agree. You made him sound like a quitter a little bit, and
Okay,
I didn't like the tone you were using. So you can
he's not
bounce.
a he's not a quitter. He's just shit on the ground.
Yeah, okay, I agree. I agree.
No, for sure. I feel like
I think he's improved probably, but I mean, it's
we
not.
haven't seen it, but I hope behind the scenes, like even in his last fight when he was like getting held down by Volkov, he kind of like stayed down there because he had a broken toe, didn't want to go back to the feet really.
Mhm.
So that wasn't, I don't think, his best like get up attempt. I think he was kind of like happy to like stay down there and hunt for heel hooks where he wasn't like on that broken foot. Um, but even with that being said, like I really could see the fight going exactly how you guys are saying it. Round one sub would not surprise me one bit. Round two sub, round three sub whenever Aspinall feels like it, to be honest, wouldn't surprise me. But I gotta at least hope that this fight gets out of round one. So I'm gonna go round two sub Aspinall my prediction. But I really hope that Sarragon is able to like shake this shit up and like really like have John on his back on his bullshit. Like that should be hilarious to me.
Dude, and you know John's gonna talk shit if he gets out the first like minute. I bet.
That would confirm, I think, John Jones Pereira for the White House card, bro. I think you have to give it to him if this happens. Cause then it's like John has all the like leverage. He's like, hey, this is exactly what I was saying. Proves my point exactly. You know what I mean? He's not on my level, but this Poetan guy, yeah, that's the big fight. And then
Would
boom.
that be the biggest fight ever? UFC.
It would be up there. It would be up there. UFC White House card, bro. The GOAT retirement. Two GOATs going at
That
it.
that's tough.
Would it be above Khabib Connor?
I don't think so, but it'd be second. No,
I think it would be
White House card. Like we're factoring that in, you
yeah,
know.
yeah,
the
but
white.
and if you're talking about like monetarily, no. But if you're talking about like what it means for the sport a little bit more, yeah, I think so. 'Cause I think both Alex Pereira and John Jones obviously mean more to the sport than Connor outside of like popularity like contest. I'm talking about in the GOAT conversations, like they are
Mhm.
higher up than Connor for sure.
That's a good point. Um, this is Gon's third title shot, and I know I clown on Gon a lot, but to be fair, his three title shots are against fucking John Jones, Francis Ngannou, and Tom Aspinall, just three of like the scariest guys ever. So, you can't blame him too bad for losing these fights. It's just how he loses them.
It's not his fault, but it's also kind of is his fault because it's like you have one grappling deficiency. Like you can probably whoop a lot of these people on the feet. Like, and it's like especially he was whooping Ngannou's ass at the bare minimum, and it's like the fact that you weren't able to keep it in your realm. Like coming over from kickboxing, you have one job primarily when you get into MMA, which is shore up your grappling. And from what I've seen, if you're fighting like a bunch of lumbery and fat Tuivasa type heavyweights, you don't have to really worry about your grappling that much. And I feel like in that time that he should have been working on his grappling, when he didn't have to, he probably wasn't enough until he actually had to feel Ngannou. But he was
Mhm.
probably like, he probably didn't even understand at that point, like, because Ngannou didn't like, he just wrestle fucked him and he was tired as hell, you know what I mean? Well, I think that the John Jones like is the one that really had to put him on notice of like, wait, no, like that you are really deficient down here, and if someone is really skilled, when you fight actual skilled heavyweights, they will take advantage of this.
Hmm.
And I think that is when I hope, started training. So I think that he just misused a lot of the time in his career that he could have been better preparing for this. And now he has to play catch up, like middle of his prime. And it's like he might not even have he might not even have decent grappling skills until his prime is over. Like on some back end of his career, he can grapple a little, but now he's like tinny type shit. Like it might be one of those situations, unfortunately. So for his own sake, I hope that he at least showed up the grappling enough to make it out of round one and show us a fucking fight. I just want to see a fight here, bro.
Um, Tom Aspinall said something pretty interesting. Obviously, to the public eye, and to us, all the pressure is on Aspinall. All the John Jones stuff, all of the like the knockouts, the short fight time. He said there's a lot of pressure on Gon too. This is his third title shot. You lose here, you're probably never gonna be in contention for a UFC belt again.
I don't think that there is, bro. And
Uh,
if I'm honest, this
heavyweight
is why.
shit. It's
If I'm
heavyweight shit. That's why.
if I'm honest, this is why. I don't think Gun gives a fuck about the damn belt as much as like other fighters, to be honest.
Are
That
you kidding
I
me?
don't think that he's in it for the like I don't think he loves the game like that, bro, to be honest.
he's in it for the movies, man. We knew it. We know this.
He's in it for the fame, bro. He's in it for the vibes. He's in it for the,
Pretty boy.
flashy,
Right?
flashy. I think he's just one of those like I don't want to give him Kevin Holland type
His face.
status, but
Oh, sure.
I think he's like one of those people that's like very competent. Like, well, he took me down and submitted me. Like that doesn't bother me that much. Like, of course he will. Like, I think he's one of those people that just justifies it. Like, you know what I mean? And instead of like really focusing in, he's like, I'm just gonna do me. And hopefully I can win these fights. But if I can't, fuck it. I'm gonna get a lot of money. You know,
Hey, bro, he's
These
trying to
are
improve in the gym. You're acting like he's not even like trying to improve in the
these are
gym.
crazy allegations against your boy Clark.
bro. No, no, I'm not saying he's not trying. I'm just saying, do I think he is the most dedicated fighter on the roster? No. He-
Probably not, bro. He was just doing a movie. We were
That's
just,
my point. That's my point. When you have that this much of a weakness and you have coming up, a title shot coming up,
well, it
you
was a
know.
while ago. It was a while
No,
ago.
no, no, Bob. What I'm saying is like you know damn well that like you are one of the primary people that should be in that mix all the time once John Jones is gone. So it's like you should be locked the fuck in. That's all I'm saying.
A Den of Thieves too, man. Duty calls. It's a big movie, bro.
Check him out.
So let's move into the co-main event of the night. We got a vacant strawweight title bout here between number one Jandaroba versus number five Mackenzie Dern. Now, Verana and Mackenzie have had a fight in the past. How did that fight end? What year did it happen? You guys remind me.
2020, I believe. Unanimous decision during.
Yeah, but a lot has changed by then. Dern coming in as a minus 155 favorite. Jandaroba at plus 130. Guys, first of all, what do you guys think is going to happen in the cage in this fight, in this rematch? And what does this mean for the future of the strawweight division now that Whaley is currently gone, fighting for a second belt?
Um, well, I'll answer the second question first. I think that in terms of the division, I think that like we're gonna probably start seeing a lot of good fights going forward. I think that anytime a dominant champion leaves the division, you start seeing that division get reinvigorated. I think that there's a lot of girls that now should feel like they have a chance to maybe capture this title. I feel like neither one of these women are unbeatable by any stretch. And when you have a boogie woman like Whaley going, like I'm sure that they're all happy as hell, to be honest. They're probably all happy as hell, jumping for joy. Um, as far as excitement goes, I think it is kind of a bit of a bittersweet situation when like a champion leaves the division because it's like no matter what, all I'm gonna be thinking is like, oh, Whaley would probably whoop their ass, you know? No matter who's the champion of this division for like the foreseeable future. It's gonna take someone like kind of going on like a maybe 2 to 3 fight title defense streak before I can start to like legitimize like the belt again. So that's a little bit unfortunate for the division, but I think that overall. the fighters in that division should be really fucking, thanking their lucky stars that my girl Whaley is gone.
For the division, it opens it up, which is always a good thing. Whaley was gonna hold that belt forever. I don't after the Tatiana Suarez fiasco, which I feel ashamed for taking Suarez, but I feel like I had good reasons. I feel like I had decent reasons.
There's never a good reason to bet against Whaley, but go on.
But after that, it was clear she was gonna stay champ forever in this division. Uh and she also deserves, she's fought everybody basically, so she deserves to go up, fight for the second belt. I'm cool with it. And it opens up the division. Maybe Tatiana Suarez might dominate like a little bit. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I think if Suarez gets matched up versus the winner of this, I think Suarez takes that personally. But I could see her maybe dominating a little bit, but I do think she's a little older. I don't think she'll hang on to it as long with contenders like Lupe Godinez coming up, Lucindo, who trains with Jandaroba. Tabitha Ricci is no slouch either. So, and Yan Shanan's solid for sure. So there's definitely like this belt might start changing hands, which will make the division really interesting. But I could see Suarez maybe holding on to it for a little bit because I think she's gonna get it, to be honest. Uh, Based on the matchup that's gonna come out of this. Now on the fight, I have no clue what's gonna happen in this. It's gonna be a lot of wrestling and grappling. We will see who comes out on top. I really want to pick Jandaroba, but my gut is telling me, like, I hate that Dern's the favorite in this. It really makes me not want to take her at all. But stylistically, it makes sense. Um, this could be Dern's chance. She is on a two-fight win streak. She's looked better as of recently, but eh, I don't know, man. She's just too inconsistent about it. Jandaroba's on like a six fight win streak or something like that. She's looked a lot better. I believe her last loss was probably to Dern, or maybe she has someone in between there. No, she lost to Rebus, but her last loss 2021. So just based on momentum and the fact they fight similarly or similar, I don't know, similarly or I don't know. But I'm big in Jandaroba because she's the dog here. I think betters pick wise. You should take Jandaroba. The odds are closing a little bit, but I gotta take the fighter who's on a big win streak, who has put together better wins of recently as well. Even though stylistically, I think it's kind of a close matchup.
I feel you on that. Um, as far as predictions for me, I just kind of see like I think if Dern gets the fight to the ground in the first 2.5 rounds, the likelihood that she finds a sub are a lot higher. My thing is like oftentimes Dern's wrestling doesn't allow her to like get the fight where she needs it to be, and those are the fights she loses. I think that as far as straight like jujitsu goes, Dern has like a decent advantage over Jandaroba. But as far as like wrestling, takedown defense, and striking, I would give all those edges to Jandaroba. And I feel like if she can keep it on the feet for 2 rounds and start piecing Dern up on the feet, the likelihood that like the takedown comes will only get like less and less as the fight goes on. I could either see like a first 2 round sub for Dern or Jandaroba winning a decision. Because like if the fight is stuck on the feet, I do not like Dern's chances. She punches like for lack of another term, like a girl, to be honest. Like, whereas like Jandaroba actually has like some crispy strikes that can actually like sap the gas tank a little bit and like I don't know, bust Dern up a little bit on the feet. So I,
I kind of see where you're going.
like in my mind, right? Like on paper, I would give the fight to Jandaroba, but I kind of feel like it might be Dern's time. I feel like it's now or never for her. If she does not get this belt now, she will never have it, I don't think. So I'm gonna I'm gonna tentatively predict that she finds the sub in the first 3 rounds some kind of way. Um, but
Oh
again,
wow.
again, like I would not be surprised if Jandaroba just punches her, jabs her, keeps her on the feet, defends takedowns, and just outworks her like more and more, like especially as the fight goes late. If Dern's not able to like rest and like secure these takedowns early, I think that on the feet, rounds 4 and 5, it'll get kind of nasty for her. And I think that she'll be shooting bad takedowns and not getting them. Uh, a classic fight that we've seen a million times in this sport where like the jiu-jitsu fighter cannot get the fight to the ground, so they get pieced up on the feet. Um, I can kind of see it playing out equally either two ways. I'm gonna be different here and predict that Dern's able to somehow finesse it to the ground and find a sub, but I'm not confident about it at all.
Uh, go ahead.
That's that one thing. I'm not confident Jandaroba can just beat her on the feet though. Like I haven't seen Jandaroba do that. So maybe she can, but I don't know. It's almost making me want to switch to Dern, bro. Like to me it all kind of comes down to who the better wrestler and grappler is. Like Dern got the submissions in the bag over her, I think for sure, but just straight up grappling and wrestling, I don't know. Like Jandaroba's improved, and I feel like that's where the fight will be.
But see, if they're wrestling around for fucking 5 rounds, I do think Dern finds a sub in that 5 rounds in 25 minutes.
Uh, I mean, I might switch this. This is so tough. I just want. I'd rather Jandaroba won, just because like I feel like Dern is just getting kind of slipped in here real quick, like a lucky title shot real quick here. I'd rather have Loopy fight for this.
Yeah, that's also kind of why I'm picking against Dern. I just I don't have much faith in her. I know she has a couple nice wins in a row, but I think she's super inconsistent. Jane is not the best fighter in the world, but I do think she's more well-rounded. And unfortunately, I hate to be this guy. I don't think we're in tune for that much of an exciting fight. And I think there's going to be moments where Dern is struggling too much with the wrestling, trying too hard to get takedowns, might exhaust herself a little. And I think Jane is going to pick up a UD decision here.
I also just feel Jandaroba is a little more grittier.
Yeah.
Like Dern is gritty sometimes, but sometimes when she gets pushed, she kind of folds. Like sometimes.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say she has bad grit.
Yeah. All right, though. Let's move on, guys, to the featured fight of the night. We got a big one here. Biggest favorite on the card, Umar Nurmagomedov, minus 625 on the UFC's website versus Mario Bautista, plus 455. Umar, of course, coming off that title loss to Murad, but people forget he almost won that damn fight. Apparently, he broke his hand. Back to the drawing board. He's taking on Mario Bautista, coming off the win against Aldo and Patchy Mix. He's trying to get a title shot here for the first time. This is a pretty sick fight. I'm pretty sure we're all going to pick Umar, but how do we see this one going?
Um, I'll start this, man. Mario Bautista, he's looked really impressive recently, man. Um, I'm not trying to shit on him at all. I picked against him 3 times in a row. I took Ricky Simone to beat him. I took Aldo to beat him, and that fight was close, but he did win. And I definitely thought Patchy Mish was gonna take him down and show him levels, man. And neither of those things happened. So at the risk of, redundancy, I'm gonna pick against him a fucking game. Okay. But this time it's not because I doubt him, it's just because I believe in his opponent. Coming off a loss, no way Khabib didn't absolutely get all up in his ass, bro, in the camp, make him fucking push himself, bro. I think he has a lot to prove. I think he is the toughest test. He's the only fighter that think I think like has a decent like a more than 40% chance of beating Marab. I think that and if they were to rematch, he can like actually make a lot of improvements in that fight and win it. I still think he's the next champ. Um, I think he's gonna be hungrier than ever. I don't think that he's gonna like, let the loss get to his head. I think he's gonna be hungrier than ever, man. And unlike Patsy Mix, Umar can, if he wants to, take this motherfucker down. Actually, we've seen his actual grappling in the UFC, unlike Patsy Mix. Um, I don't think that if Umar tries to start wrestling, he will have that much trouble getting Bautista to the ground. And then on the feet, Umar's crispy as hell. You know what I mean? So I think that while I do not agree with the odds, I mean it's Umar Nurmagomedov. Like that last name carries weight. People didn't forget, and people are gonna obviously back Umar. He's like the clear favorite to win this fight. But I will say minus two, minus 625 is a little disrespectful for sure. Like minus 400 sounds about right to me.
I agree with that as well. I'll start by saying, like, damn, Mario Bautista, bro. He's proven me wrong a lot of times. But I was super impressed by what I saw in the Patchy Mix fight. The boxing looked crisp. He was piecing Patchy Mix up most of that fight. Um, and he's improved. He's improved over time. I feel like I didn't believe in him a little bit. Because he had that weird fight with Blackshear where Blackshear was on like 3 days' notice and he barely beat him. And like a few other fights. There were just some weird fights in the past with him that probably didn't make me a believer. But I am now after even though Patchy makes, the win has not aged the best. I still think he's a good fighter, and I think Bautista kind of handily won that fight. Bautista's a good boxer, decent wrestler. I still don't think he's been tested the most there. And I think this is the path for Umar Nurmagomedov. Strike with Bautista a little bit. I think the striking exchanges might honestly be a little even. Like, I think boxing wise, I might give the edge to Bautista. But I think, like, overall kicking game, kickboxer game, I would give it to Umar. But the big difference I see here, I think Umar is just the way better wrestler. Now, maybe, we saw Corey Sandhagen not really get dominated by him there. He was able to get back to his feet, but Corey Sandhagen has proved he's got some very good get back up ability. And I don't think Bautista has that same level. I think he has it a little bit, but I just don't. I think if Umar just plays his cards right in this fight, I think he should win. But I like the improvement and the new Bautista I've seen, but I just think this is the wrong one, man. I think this is the
Much.
wrong fucking one.
It's too much. I can also see like the fight being like pretty even on the feet, but then like Umar's grappling superiority is what's gonna like make it very clear. I think he's gonna win a very clear decision here. I
Yep.
don't think it's gonna be close, but I think it might be closely contested at points, you know?
It'll be competitive.
Yeah.
Competitive. I honestly think 30-20. I'm
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think Umar can win all of the rounds, but like the rounds are not gonna be like blowout rounds.
mhm.
Yeah, I'd love to see Umar maybe try to get a finish, but it probably won't happen. Like you guys said, probably get a nice decision here. I'm definitely taking Umar. I mean, how can you not? I, I'm not shitting on Bautista here, but this isn't an old Aldo. This isn't a Bellator Tachi mix. This is Umar Nurmagomedov. And the biggest thing that's giving me faith, yes, he's related to Khabib and all that, but the Marab performance, dude. Ever since then, like a lot has changed with Marab. He's in like GOAT status now. He's like running, he's lapping the division. A lot has happened since that fight. He has another fight announced. Like we look at Marab a lot differently than we did in January. And Umar's by far put up the best fight against him recently. So I gotta take Umar here too. How big do you guys think the gap is between this current Marab and Umar?
Mm. I don't think that there is very. I think that there.
Mm.
I don't know, man. I think if he doesn't break his hand in that other fight, that fight looks a lot different. To be honest, I
Yeah.
think he could have won that bitch because like to have broken your hand in round two with a fighter that like puts as much pressure on you as Marab does, and you can't like punch him, like that's kind of hard. That's kind of difficult because Marab is gonna be in your face, so he's not a fighter you can like play around at kickboxing range with. You know what I mean? Hide the fact that your hand's broken. He's gonna be making you use that motherfucker to wrestle. He's gonna be making you use that bitch to like try to keep him off of you. And I think that it probably made him have to like breaking his hand in that first fight probably made him have to like grapple a lot more than he wanted to, which lets him gassing out and then Marabbing him in the last a couple rounds. But do not forget what was going on when they were both fresh, and I think that if he had his hand both hands, he would have been able to at least contend on the feet a lot better than he was able to and damage Marab a bit more. And the fight looks a little different. So I don't think that the gap is big at all, to be honest. I think that Umar is like right there. Maybe like he's like 1B. I mean, Marab is obviously like, the best fighter in that division, but I think that like in a rematch, like I would feel confident picking Umar to win a rematch.
Oh, yeah.
Not to say it should be favored, but I would feel confident. Like, and I can't say that for anybody else that Marab has steamrolled recently.
Not even close. But
I think it's like a 55-45 for Marab, whereas like it's 80-20 for everyone else damn near.
it's also going to depend a lot on how Umar looks against Bautista this weekend because Rob's looked fucking insane since January. We haven't seen Umar back yet, but I agree. I like that take.
I think he does need to make a bit of a statement here, and like he can't have it be like a really like a splitty or like
Absolutely
even like
not.
a 29-28 would look kind of bad if I'm honest.
For sure. No, yeah. If it's close at all, like it's not going to look great. All right, let's move on. We got a heavyweight bout.
I'm
This
excited
has
for this one.
I
I'm
am very excited
excited.
for this one. It has a lot of ties to the main event here at heavyweight. We got number two Volkov versus number five Almeida. Almeida minus 225 favorite here. Volkov arguably just beat Gon. Almeida is super deadly on the ground. We all know how he is. Um, yeah, this fight's actually super sick. I don't know why. These are two like legit heavyweights. As much as we shit on the heavyweight division, these two are legit. I know Nick has a vendetta against Volkov for no reason,
I
but
just love like this introduction. Like this is some sick fight. Like
this is a
very
sick
nice.
fight.
This is super sick, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
I like the fight, but let's be for real here. Ever since Almeida has stepped up to heavyweight, who has he not taken down? And there's levels to this. And I just don't think Volkov. I honestly think he might run through Volkov right now. I'm not gonna lie. Like
That's what I'm predicting as well.
I will say though, if Volkov somehow like, because I will admit, like Almeida's a little undersized as a heavyweight, so maybe like Volkov is just too thick and massive. So maybe if like he gets back up or stays on a knee or something, luckily, like Volkov could do damage on the feet for sure. I don't think Almeida has a lot in his bag when it comes to the feet so far. Uh, but I'm not picking Volkov. Fuck that shit. Like, we need contenders, Ed. Like, get Volkov out of here. Like he's proven to us what he's done at this point. He's a good fighter. There's no doubt about that. But man, I mean, has he had a title shot yet in like the 20 years he's been here? He's just been chilling in the top like 10 area the whole time, just
I guess so.
like never getting a title shot.
Can't
Okay.
win the big one, bro. He can't win the big one like he.
And this is another big one. And Almeida's winning this. He's gonna mop the floor with that man.
I will say this, man. I think that there's a good chance of a first round sub. But the fight does get a really interesting if Volkov can get out of round one, because Almeida, his cardio is overly sus. And if he gets stuck on the feet with Volkov, I think it's bad news for him.
He's fucked.
He's gonna get knocked the fuck out on the feet, I think. I don't see that going his way at all, to be honest. So I don't think that Volkov can do anything to stop his first takedown, but like if he can survive on the ground like long enough, I've seen Almeida gas out in fights where he was like sitting on top in top position the whole time or in mount. So yeah, like the one question mark with Almeida is his gas tank. Um, and I think if he does get stuck on the feet with Volkov, like Volkov can make us all eat crow. But fortunately for my agendas, I will be taking Almeida by sub, and I think that it comes to fruition, man. Even if he doesn't sub him up, I think he could just at least for 2 rounds out of the three, like just blanket Volkov on the ground and just not let him get up. But I think that from what I've seen at least, the long limbs of Volkov should make him easy pickings for the takedown. Um, and I fully expect Almeida to kind of run through him in one round.
I don't know. I'm really torn on this fight, to be honest. I see what you guys are saying, but weirdly enough, I think this might be the best Volkov he's been in his career. I was impressed what I saw versus Gane, and the reality is Almeida hasn't really beaten a top guy yet. And yeah, as bad as like the gap is on the ground, I think it's just as bad on the feet. But Almeida is younger, he's improving.
What did
Volkov,
he do to God?
Round one, Almeida is a mythical fighter, bro. He is no different than fucking round one Hamza in my mind, bro. Essentially, because after I watched him ragdoll Curtis Blades for a round, I was like, oh, like people don't just do this to Curtis Blades in the wrestling department. Like that put me on notice, bro. He was having his way with Curtis Blades on the ground for a round, but then after that. He shot a takedown, got stuck against the fence, and got elbowed into oblivion. But like I said, bro, round one, Almeida, like I would by no means consider Volkov a better wrestler than Curtis Blades. Um, and like if Almeida can have his way with Curtis Blades down there like that, when they're both at their freshest, like I have no doubt that he can probably climb to the back of Volkov, to be honest.
but it's like he had his way for a little.
Well, for a whole round though,
Yeah. But then like
a whole round though.
And has he not like in every fight just walked straight across
Right, and
the
shot
top?
that double leg, and it's Hamzat like, bro. It's Hamzat-esque. Everyone goes down. No one's fucking stood up to it yet.
but who are these people he's taking down?
Everybody ran.
Curtis Blades. What are you talking about? Who is
And
Volkov?
then he got fucking like the second any adversity came, he folded like a chair.
No, I
What is any adversity? Like you fucking sit against a cage with your head down and let fucking Curtis Blades elbow you in the temple like 18 times in a row. Like you're fucked.
He folded that fight, man. But I think I'll take Almeida, but I think it's gonna be like kind of a shameless ass decision. I think he's just gonna maul him with control time. I don't see him subbing Volkov.
I very much disagree. I think that like if the fight goes three, I probably think Volkov probably won that bitch. To be honest,
I
I
mean,
think Volkov won that bitch if it goes three, because that means that like a lot of the fight had to be on the feet, and on the feet I can see Volkov jabbing the fuck out of a tired ass Almeida on the feet. Like
yeah, look, man, I'm already coping. Like I have a bad feeling Volkov's probably gonna win this because he gets these fluky kind of wins all the time, and I could see it happening, Ed. But based on what I have seen Almeida do out there to everybody in the first round specifically, I just gotta imagine he takes Volkov down and like could find a choke on him. Like Tom, like who's a better wrestler grappler, him or Tom Aspinall?
I mean, Almeida. There's just more evidence.
Okay. And we saw what Tom did to him, right? Took him down immediately, immediately locked up a straight armbar, which is rare as well. Just immediately locked it up. So I just could see an easy world here where Almeida just runs across, same shit. And you're right. If it's on the feet, Volkov's gonna piece him up. It's
I mean, I guess after discussing a little with you guys, I'll switch my pick. I'll go Volkov. I'll go the other side. I think he's going to win a decision here. I think Almeida will win round one, but I think he'll weather the storm. And Volkov's grappling, I think it's improved over the years. I think he's at his best right now. I think he'll win a 29-28 decision.
fair.
Does does the winner of this fight get a title shot? Obviously, there's the whole Pereira John Jones thing, but besides those two straight up heavyweights, does the winner of this fight get a title shot next?
I think for sure if it's Almeida,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure if it's Almeida. I think he's very clearly the next title challenger for the division. Like he's a fresh matchup. He outside of his one loss, like he presents a style that we have not seen Aspinall have to deal with. Someone who's gonna just initiate grappling right away. And I mean, for all that we've heard about this great jujitsu of Aspinall, I haven't fucking seen it really. So I'm very curious to see like what's to him in the grappling. And I think that Almeida would at least force that kind of fight early. So I want selfishly for the division, like I want Almeida to win this fight. And I think that the UFC also agrees. Like
Yeah.
I think both would get it. I think this is a number one title contender fight. Because, like I said, Volkov's never gotten there. He's wasted our time for 20 years. But that's the point. He's wasted our time for 20 years. So we might as well give him the shot. The issue is it's a rematch where he got completely ran over the first time, and Tom has gotten way better since then. So I don't know, it's I mean Almeida 100%. I think they would give it to Volkov just based on timing. Like I don't really see anyone like
emerging really.
yeah, like maybe if what's his face? Deja, is that how you say it? Ante Deja, that
Oh
Croatian.
yeah, the guy fighting Waldo.
Yeah, if he maybe like if Volkov wins and like if he knocks out Cortez Acosta like early, maybe I could see that overtaking Volkov, but I think this is the number one just based on time and
Alrighty. No, I agree. Let's move on. We got a pick'em fight here at light heavyweight. We got Alexander Rakic versus Mirzakhanov. I'm very excited for this fight. Rakic is on a three-fight losing streak, but he has been fighting absolute killers. Asmat Murtakanov obviously is a super deadly finisher. Huge height discrepancy here. This should be an all-out war. What do you guys think about this one?
I feel like Asma is such a unknown in terms of like the quality of competition he's been beating. Granted, he's been running over people, but his last three wins are Dustin Jacoby, Alonzo Menifield, and Brenison Ribeiro. And while Ribeiro is decent, I mean he's coming off two losses in a row now at this point. So I mean it's not like he's exactly like high level comp. Um Meanwhile, Rockets has been losing, but like you said, to the absolute like best in the division. Yuri, Ankalaev, and Jan. Um, so I think that. if Rockets can't beat Asma, like I think that this would be like, okay, Rocket just slowing down to me, you know? Um, but I think Asma has a lot to gain here. He is 15-0. You beat a Rocket, you're right in the thick of things in this division. In a division start for new contenders, like I think it'll probably be better for the division if Asma won. I just can't pick him against Rockets because based on like the quality of competition he's been fighting, like, and even like going fucking, I think he went to unanimous decision with fucking Dustin Jacoby. Like that's completely just unacceptable if I'm honest, you know? Like if you can't finish Jacoby, like I don't know. But that does not scream next title challenger to me. So I'm excited for this fight. I'm very curious about this fight. I might stay away from this fight betting wise, but like if I had to predict it, I'm gonna have to go with the experience of Rockage. I think that just he should just be happy he's not in there with one of the big three killers in the division, and like he should shine this matchup, I think. So I'm gonna tentatively pick Rockage to win, but I do want Ozma to win just because it would be more reinvigorating for the division for them to have a up and coming prospect. So, but yeah, I'm gonna predict that Rockets can pull it out. Honestly,
This is a great fight. I think this is just going to be straight striking, stand and bang 'em. But I do think Rakic has a path to victory somewhat here. If he decides to go to wrestle and maybe grapple the shorter Mirzakhanov against the fence, a little dirty boxing type stuff. Um, it's a tough fight to call based on what I've seen from Mirzakhanov. Now the thing is, he is like 5'10", I believe, or like, I mean, he's under 6 feet tall.
Mhm. Yeah, there's a big height discrepancy.
Um, Fighting at the light heavyweights, and I, it's like about an 8-inch reach advantage, I believe. I just feel like this is Rakic's like world, like being on the outside 8 inches away, just like leg kick, jab, jab, move around. Like I feel like that's just his game. But Mirzakhanov is quick. He is powerful himself. He's not like the most powerful guy, but he definitely can stun you a little bit. And he's looked very crispy, I will admit. Like he's very unassuming, right? I feel like when you look at him, you're like, he ain't gonna be this crispy on the feet with these combos, but he is, man. He is quick. I love this matchup. I think this is good matchmaking there. But I will agree. I think Rakic has just fought the better comp. If he loses this one, he is 100% slowed down, or at least from what he all the potential we had in him is just gone for sure. Like I still think he'll be around, but he was like injured for multiple years. He's kind of been a little inactive. He had the injury against Jan in their fight. So concerning for sure, especially if he loses this. But I'll take the experience as well. Even though Mirzakhanov's undefeated, I don't feel watching him fight that he's like unbeatable.
not at all.
And a lot of it, and to be honest, a lot of it is the height and reach. I'm not even gonna lie. Like it is a big, like, especially once you get up to the highest levels. I kind of feel like that could be a big problem, especially he never wrestles. He never wrestles.
No,
He
he
just
doesn't know.
stays on the beat. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you should move down to middleweight.
Get in better shape, bro. Honestly, yeah.
I mean, he's in okay shape. It's just like, people want
I think he can cut down to middleweight just fine, to be honest.
he
Yeah, for
could.
sure. I'm gonna also take Rakic here. I feel like he's due for a big win here. It's been a minute. He's been dealing with injuries. He hasn't gotten a win since 2021. It sounds crazy, but in the Yuri fight, he was doing really well against Yuri. He was winning most of that fight till he got knocked out. In the Uncle Lion fight, I think it was a 29-28 decision. Like he didn't get dominated by any means. And I could totally see him losing this fight, to be honest. But I am gonna take Rakic here. Shit. On some like this is your last shot though, bro. Like
Basically.
Some do or die shit, yeah.
I rate Rakic really high. Like I think he's a great fighter. It's
I
just
I think he's just one step down from the elites of that division. Like I think he's like right behind like a Khalil Roundtree, bro, honestly. Like he's right in that mix, like I think.
I would say him and Khalil, like,
They
yeah,
should
maybe
they
like
should bang
right
it out.
behind them,
They
but
should
that's a
bang
great comparison.
they should bang it out, like because I think that Khalil Roundtree has shown that he is like, he's not quite the year after what happened in the Yuri fight, like even though like he was whooping Yuri's ass for for most of that fight. I think that Yuri, by him being able to come weather that adversity and get that finish, does show me that he is like a step above Khalil. And I think that so is Alex Poatan.
I would agree with that.
I think that like to put them in the second rung, like Rockage, Jamal Hill, Khalil Roundtree, they're in like that little second rung. You know what I mean? So it's like,
All right. That concludes our preview and prediction for the main card. Let's move on to the prelims for a quick second, guys. Honestly, pretty decent prelims. A lot of nice names on here. You got Klein, you got Walker. He got his fight rescheduled here against a different opponent, but still a lot of decent quality stuff on the prelims here, guys.
you want to jump around this one?
yeah,
Yeah, sure.
Shout out Ikram Alaskarov, man. I'm like this fight with Jung Young Park, really interesting, man. Really interesting fight.
He should win this.
Park is riding a 2-fight win streak. Um, I think he only lost once in the UFC, if I'm correct.
I'm not sure.
Like Park is like no slouch, man. They're obviously building Alaskarov back up after he got chinned by Whitaker. So I think that this is a nice little, see where he's at type of a fight for him. I mean, he fought Hamzat before. I mean, he's done really good in his UFC career. I mean, he's dominated everybody damn near, except for the fact that he got chinned really, really quickly by Whitaker. But I mean, that's Whitaker, you know what I mean? He could land that bomb on damn near anybody. We just seen him almost knock fucking RDR out with that bomb. So it's like, it's Whitaker, man. For all like the wash allegations for Whitaker, like he can still crack in there and like getting boomed by Whitaker, like it wasn't a good look at all, I will say. But I think it's the kind of fight that you can rebound from. So I think Ikram should come through this fight. I'm excited to see him in there. I hope he looks good because I think that he is a player in the upper half of this division in my mind.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think he could beat a lot of people that are like, because he's not ranked, is he? Like,
Oh,
but I think he could beat a lot of the ranked middleweights, to be honest.
He's good.
A lot of them need to shit or get off the pot anyway. So I feel like guys like Ikram coming up and knocking off some of those old heads would be pretty dope. The division kind of needs that in my mind.
you think he beats RDR?
Yes. Yes, absolutely after what I just seen. Absolutely after what I just seen, bro.
Got a chance.
After what I just seen, yes, bro.
I don't know.
I think he
Can't
knocks
believe we're
RDR the
saying
fuck
this.
out. I think he knocks RDR the fuck out, bro.
It maybe, but
I just don't think that like
the knockout.
I just don't think that RDR can get him to the ground. And that's my point. Like I don't think RDR's ability, I don't think he has good wrestling. He has good grappling, but I don't think that his wrestling is enough to force the fight where he needs it. And I think against these guys who can crack, like he's kind of in trouble on the feet. He looks like he fights in molasses. You know what I mean? Like he starts the fight off so slow compared to some of these guys, and like
I'm telling y'all, he's a
You
light
factor
heavyweight.
you factor that in with a little lack of grit that I just seen. Granted, I think he was sick or something, so I'll give him that little caveat. But still, like just lack of grit, bro.
He's
Like I don't know.
man,
I would personally I think that RDR should be the favorite if they were to fight, and I would as a dog take Aliskerov for sure.
okay. No, I agree. Hey, shout out Ed's twin right above that, Hosperat. I
Not my
swear,
mascot.
bro, put a picture of yours Ed next to this man. Like y'all literally look the same in the face.
I see
Yeah,
it. You have
they
a Najra, you and fucking Kelvin Gastelum
yeah,
have a
the
little
the Trinity.
that the Trinity, bro. You guys are all related, I swear.
That's a pretty good fight too against
That's a good fight. I think you should win.
Tiny.
This is an experienced one, I think, just takes the dub. And he's been looking good recently.
Oh, Najra?
Yeah, the dude he's fighting though did have a big knockout. I forget even who he fought really, but he,
Ash moves. But
Yeah.
he knocked out Jubilee, that Indian prospect, buddy. But like, you know, Indians are not good at MMA half the time, unfortunately.
Ajmus was the big.
No offense. Shout out Dave, bro. You know I love you, Dave. But like, goddamn, bro. I just feel like whenever there's like a up and coming Indian prospect, they get fucking starched out so quick.
Hey,
Uh,
one day, man, one day.
One day.
one day, man.
Um, Klein Rebetsky. That's a real. I really like that fight. It's a fun one.
It's a good one. I'm leaning Klein in that, by the way. I'm
Yeah, me
not
too.
super confident after he just got destroyed by the worst fighter in the UFC, Gamrot, but
He didn't get destroyed.
well, I mean, he just got out wrestled,
He just
right?
he just got outclassed.
Didn't he get like held down there the whole time? I mean, and that's Rebecca's biggest strength, but I don't know if like with the hands though, I think Klein like they might be more equal in the wrestling, I feel. And on the feet, I feel like Klein's gonna piece him up a little bit.
I will say, like, Rebecki has fucking grit. I remember, I remember that splitty with Orabai, and
Yeah.
I rate Orabai really high. Like, not really high, but like for an unranked fighter, I rate him pretty good. And Rebecki, like, it was a splitty, but like you could argue that he won that bitch for sure. Even though like it cost me my parlay, but like even still, like I wasn't like thinking it was a robbery or anything. So. I'm just saying, Rebecca has some fucking grit. You can never count him out, to be honest.
I feel it. It's a tough one. I'd lean Klein though, probably.
All
Yeah,
right.
maybe a little bit. Shout out Walter
Um.
Walker on this card too. Like
Yeah, he was supposed to fight Usman, I think, like 2 weeks ago or something. And Usman had to pull out, so he gets a new opponent here,
Louis Sutherland.
Sutherland.
This dude is getting heel hooked so quick. I
I
can
hope to God he does.
I know, man. Walter Walker, Slim Walter Walker is a mythical fighter.
Yeah, like I swear to that debut, he just did not care to show up. That's like his only bad fight so
He
far.
was fat as hell, out of shape, bro. After that, he dropped like 20 pounds and he's looked a lot better.
Um, Before we wrap it up, guys, give me your fight of the night and performance of the night prediction.
Ooh,
Fight of the night. Okay. Performance of the night, I'm going to give it to. I mean, the obvious one could be like Tom Aspinall or Jailton Almeida. That's where my like fucking head goes because I can see them both kind of getting a very quick sub, honestly. Um, so I'm gonna go ahead and give Jailton Almeida performance bonus. Fight of the night could be Jandaroba Dern, to be honest. I feel like that's gonna be a pretty closely contested fight.
I hope it's a good one.
I like that. Uh, fight of the night. This is a little offbeat, but I'm actually gonna fight of the night Nathaniel Wood, Jose Delgado.
That's a great pick.
I think that's gonna just be like a scrap. I think Delgado knocks him out, but I think it's gonna be like a big scrap. Where I feel like some of these, I was thinking maybe Umar Batista, but Umar might just out wrestle him and bore this fight up. So I was thinking a few up top, but I just see that as a scrap. I think they're just gonna get at it, all action, performance of the night. I'm gonna go the obvious pick, Tom Aspinall. I think he gets the finish here. Uh, I think it's probably gonna look good, most likely. So I would go with him.
Yeah, I'll go Tom Aspinall performance. Fight of the night. I want to pick the Rakic fight, but I feel like it might be a little too technical to be fight of the night. I'll
That's
go with,
what I was thinking, Ed. I was thinking that one too, and I was like, ooh, it might be a little too point fighty.
and I was thinking your pick, the Delgado fight. To be different, I'll take the Nasrat and Salah Kid fight to be fight of the night. I feel like they'll have a nice close war.
Yeah,
I,
they're both scrappy as hell. I guess.
But yeah, this is an early card in the Middle East, so don't forget that. Should be a fun night of cards. Even the prelims are pretty good. Anything else you guys want to touch on?
you mean morning, Ed? It
That
starts at
is
9 a.m. here.
that is true, actually. So
Before we get off this, bitch, let me just say, you better not, you better hope, Tom Aspinall better hope that he can finish this fight in one round. Because John Jones, if he goes to round two, John Jones is already tweeting, bro. I swear to you. Trust and
there,
believe. Trust and believe.
there is a lot at stake here. There's a lot at stake here. But anyways, guys, that concludes our preview and prediction video. Please let us know what you think in the comments. Go check out the TikTok. We always have a bunch of stuff on there, and should be a great card. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.
Peace.
All right.